A few years ago, almost nobody knew what OpenAI was. It wasn't a massive company like Google. It wasn't dominating headlines, and most people had never even heard the name before. But today, OpenAI has become one of the most powerful technology companies in the world. Its tools are suddenly everywhere. Students use them. Businesses rely on them. Programmers use them to write code. Creators use them to make content, and millions of people now interact with artificial intelligence almost every single day without even realizing how fast this transformation happened. But here's the strange part. This takeover happened incredibly fast. Too fast. In less than 2 years, OpenAI went from being a relatively unknown AI research company to becoming one of the biggest forces shaping the future of the internet. And in the process, it triggered one of the most important technology wars in modern history. Because behind the excitement of AI tools and futuristic technology, something much bigger is happening. A silent battle for control over the future of information itself. To understand how OpenAI took over the internet, we first need to go back to what the internet looked like before artificial intelligence exploded into the mainstream. For years, the internet followed the same basic structure. People searched for information using search engines. They consumed content through websites and social media, and giant technology companies like Google controlled how information flowed online. Google became one of the most powerful companies in human history because it controlled search. Whenever people needed answers, they went to Google. That system dominated the internet for decades. But then something changed. Artificial intelligence reached a level where it could suddenly interact with humans in a completely different way. Instead of just showing links and websites, AI could now generate direct answers instantly. And that changed everything. But OpenAI didn't appear overnight. The company was founded in 2015 with a mission that sounded almost impossible. Its goal was to create artificial general intelligence that would benefit humanity. At the time, artificial intelligence was still mostly viewed as a futuristic concept. Most people thought true AI was still decades away. Even experts underestimated how quickly things would evolve. OpenAI started as a research lab. It wasn't focused on building consumer products. It wasn't trying to become a giant internet company. In fact, many people inside the tech industry initially viewed OpenAI as more of an experimental organization than a future global powerhouse. One of the company's original supporters was Elon Musk. At the time, Musk repeatedly warned about the dangers of artificial intelligence. He believed advanced AI could become one of the greatest threats humanity would ever face if it was controlled by the wrong people. And ironically, those same fears would later become part of the reason OpenAI grew so powerful. Because while many companies hesitated, OpenAI kept pushing forward aggressively. The company focused on training increasingly powerful AI systems using enormous amounts of internet data and computing power.
Consider this our final offer, Mr. Davies. We now own the majority stake. The decision is yours.
And over time, the models became smarter, much smarter, but everything truly changed in late 2022. That was the moment ChatGPT launched publicly, and within days, the internet exploded. Millions of people suddenly realized artificial intelligence was no longer just some futuristic experiment. It was here. And it was shockingly good. People used ChatGPT to write essays, summarize information, generate ideas, create content, write code, answer questions, and automate work. Social media immediately became flooded with reactions. Some people were excited, others were terrified. But almost everyone agreed on one thing. This was different. Very different. ChatGPT became the fastest growing consumer application in history.
So the key takeaway for creators in 2024 is consistency. You have to keep showing up.
And as more people started using it, something fascinating began happening.
As you can see, the Q3 projections are significantly optimized due to the algorithm upgrade.
The real-time data integration is flawless. Excellent work.
The internet itself started changing around AI. Creators built entire businesses around AI tools. Students began depending on AI for learning. Programmers used AI assistants daily. Companies rushed to integrate AI into workflows. Suddenly, artificial intelligence wasn't just a niche technology anymore. It became part of mainstream internet culture, almost overnight. And this is where the real power shift began. Because OpenAI didn't just create a popular tool, it fundamentally changed how people interacted with information online.
Maintain your sector. The AI provides. Obedience is liberty.
For decades, internet search worked in a predictable way. You typed something into a search engine, and you received links. But ChatGPT changed that interaction completely. Instead of searching through websites, users could now directly ask AI for answers. And this terrified companies like Google, because Google's dominance depended on people searching the traditional way. If AI replaced search behavior, the entire structure of the internet economy could change, and that possibility triggered panic across Silicon Valley. Then Microsoft made one of the smartest business moves in modern tech history. The company invested billions of dollars into OpenAI. This wasn't just a normal investment. Microsoft understood something important before most people did. AI was about to become the next major computing platform. Just like the internet, smartphones, social media, and whoever dominated AI could dominate the future. Microsoft quickly integrated OpenAI technology into its products. Bing, Office, Windows, cloud services, everything started becoming AI-powered. And suddenly, Google was no longer untouchable.
Your analysis of the market trends was spot on. We should celebrate this success. I am pleased that my calculations were accurate. A celebration is in order.
The first time in years, a serious threat had appeared. This became the beginning of the modern AI arms race. Every major technology company suddenly rushed into artificial intelligence. Google accelerated development. Meta increased AI investments. Amazon moved deeper into AI infrastructure. Startups exploded everywhere, and billions of dollars started flowing into artificial intelligence companies almost overnight. But OpenAI had already captured something incredibly valuable: attention. The company became the face of the AI revolution, and attention is power. The more people talked about ChatGPT, the more OpenAI dominated the public conversation around artificial intelligence, and that created a feedback loop. More users led to more awareness. More awareness led to more integrations. More integrations led to more dependence. And slowly, OpenAI technology started spreading across the internet itself.
These figures represent a 20% increase year over year, demonstrating the success of our current strategy and the potential for future returns.
Today, AI-generated content is everywhere. Social media captions, articles, scripts, designs, videos, coding assistants, marketing campaigns, even customer service systems. Much of the modern internet is now quietly being powered by artificial intelligence, and most people don't even realize how deep the integration has already become. But while this transformation created massive opportunities, it also introduced serious concerns. Because the same technology that helps people create can also manipulate. Deepfakes became more realistic, fake content became easier to produce, misinformation became harder to detect. And AI systems started raising difficult ethical questions. Who controls these systems? Who decides what AI can say? What happens when humans become too dependent on artificial intelligence? And perhaps the biggest question of all, what happens when AI becomes smarter than humans in many important areas? Some experts believe artificial intelligence could eventually replace millions of jobs. Others believe AI will create entirely new industries and opportunities. But regardless of which side is correct, one thing is becoming increasingly obvious. The internet is changing permanently. And OpenAI accelerated that change faster than almost anyone expected. But this story isn't really just about OpenAI, it's about a much larger shift happening across civilization itself. Because every major technological revolution changes society. The printing press changed information, electricity changed industry, the internet changed communication, and artificial intelligence may end up changing everything: work, education, creativity, business, even human identity itself. Right now, we are still in the early stages of this transformation, which means the biggest changes may not have even happened yet, and that's both exciting and terrifying at the same time. Because the future of artificial intelligence is still uncertain, maybe AI becomes humanity's greatest tool, or maybe it creates problems we are not prepared to handle. But either way, one thing is clear. The AI era has already begun, and OpenAI played a major role in starting it. The internet we knew only a few years ago is disappearing, and a completely new digital world is now emerging in its place. The question is no longer whether artificial intelligence will reshape the internet. It already has. The real question now is, how far will this transformation go? And who will control what comes next?